the 14th of May, Kim Newman's yoga workout. So she's starting in child's pose, 5 breaths, rise onto your hands and knees and come into downward facing dog. Remember, in child's pose, you've checked in with your body, you've set your intention, and you're just doing your breath. So downward dog now. This would be for 5 breaths. When you reach the top of that 5th breath or the end of that 5th breath, walk your feet up towards your hands so that your feet stay shoulder width distance apart. So let's go ahead and walk up now. We won't do the full 5 breaths. Your own practice you will. Rise up onto your fingertips or hands on your shins to come halfway up, gazing pose. And then exhale into big toe pose. Good. Let your head relax. This would be 5 breaths. Now to exit the pose, inhale, come halfway up, still with your fingers around your big toes. Exhale your hands to your waist. Inhale with a straight spine, stand all the way up. And exhale your hands to your sides. Very good. Oh, just down at your side like mountain pose. Good. Now turn and face me, and you'll just step to the center of your yoga mat. So on one day, maybe you face right, and then the other day you face left, so you're getting a little bit of break. Inhale your arms up overhead if you can, fingertips touch. Exhale, hands go wide. Inhale, step your feet wide, about your wrist crease apart. I think you can go a little bit wider than that, sister. Okay, turn your left toes towards the left, even your right toes a little bit towards the left, and then slide your left hand down your thigh first, then your shin. Start with your thigh first, come on up. And good. As you're coming down, feeling stretch through side, side, side body. So instead of feeling like you're going facing down, you're going more side. Down. Good. Feel your shoulders stack. Palm rotates forward like if we were going to high five each other. Good. And if you want to, you can take your gaze towards your thumb. If that feels a little intense for your neck, then just to pick a point on the carpet to look at. This would be held 5 breaths. When you're done, squeeze your side body, side obliques. That's what lifts you up out of the pose. Good. Hands go wide and pivot to do it on the second side. Hand starts on your thigh. Start sliding down. Feel side body open. So you're kind of coming at this with more of a forward fold. Do more of this sideways tilt, like I'm a little teapot. Tip me over and pour me out. There you go. Yes. Now see if you can straighten your leg. Even if it means your hand isn't as close to the ground, because that doesn't really matter. It's where you can feel the best stretch for your side body. Lean back lightly as if the wall were behind you. In fact, you can always practice this against the wall. Hear your breath come in. Good. And then inhale, squeeze your side body. That's what lifts you back up. Hands go wide. Turn your toes forward and step your feet back in towards each other. Spin to face the front. Good. Step up towards the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, bow forward. This is sun salutation now. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, hands down and step back into a high plank, high push-up position. You can set your knees down on your yoga mat. Good. And slowly walk your hands underneath your shoulders. There you go. Now slowly lower down. Chest to ground, elbows in. We had said that your right arm was bothering you. So however you can get down onto your abdomen now is fine. Lie down. Good for a little mini cobra. Lift your chest. And then exhale. Come on down. We're going to talk through this kneeling push-up. It's tuck toes. Press lightly into your knees. Chest stays on the ground, but lift your pelvis and your bottom up. Feet down. Toes down. Okay. Knees down. Butt up. Chest down, butt up. Chest down. Good. Now push away. There you go. Right into downward dog. If you had to guess, how many breaths would downward dog be held for? Great guess. You're really catching on to this. Brilliant. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Come halfway up. Good. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, sweep your arms out, around, and up overhead. Exhale, hands through your heart center and down at your sides. So that's your sun salutation that you'll do in between poses. Now turn and face me. Again, we'll use the wide part of your mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. It's a little bit, your hips aren't quite that wide. Bring them in a little bit more. Good. Inhale, hands up overhead, reach long. Exhale, go wide with your hands. Inhale, step your feet wide. Good. Now hands on your hips and turn towards the purple wall or the outside window. And this is where we said this is pyramid pose. So make your feet like you were on railroad tracks. Toes are forward, feet are hip width distance apart. So this is different than, yes, maybe even shorten your stance. Bring your back foot more towards your front foot. Good. Inhale, get tall through your crown of your head. Lead with your chest and begin to bow forward, bringing your hands down towards your yoga mat. Good. Let your head go. And if you want to, you can press your back heel more towards the mat of your right foot. Good. And begin to straighten your front leg if your body gives you permission to do that. Keep your head relaxed. Drop your head. Drop the tension. You carry a lot of tension in your neck and shoulders, yeah? Yeah? So this will help releasing that sense of surrender. Inhale, come onto fingertips. This would be held 5 breaths. Exhale your hands to your waist. Inhale, stand all the way up. Good. Now pivot so you can do the same thing on the second side. So you have to recheck your stance, feet about hip width distance apart. Hands on your hips. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, bow forward. Hands come down either side of your foot and let your head relax. Good. Straighten your front leg just a little bit if that's there for you. And again, let your head go. All that tension you feel, release it. You would do this for about 5 breaths. It looked to me maybe that first side was a little tighter, so you might consider doing that. 6 breaths, and this one 4 breaths or something like that to bring your body more into balance. From here, come onto your fingertips halfway up. Exhale, just your hands to your waist, still in that halfway up position, and then stand up. And then turn to the side, back towards me, hands wide. Bring your hands back in, feet together, and then spin and face the front. You're ready for your sun salutation, which we had covered before, so we don't need to do that now, yeah? All right.